Hey, welcome to Piper Academy, everybody. This is the Piper Academy Show. We come at you every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m., bringing you guys the news, the charts, and the markets. Today, guys, DYM pumping like crazy. What is this token? We're going to be taking a look at that. Janet Yellen putting out some information on stablecoin regulation. What does she really mean by that? We're going to have a discussion about that. We've got the economic data. We got Solana being the sole survivor. And then also, of course, guys, another crazy prediction from Arthur Hayes, $1 million Bitcoin. That and a whole lot more today on Piper Academy. Guys, class is in session. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Piper Academy. I am Army Piper, and this is the show that we bring you every morning for the morning news, the morning wake up. Get your coffee, get your charts in, get everything that you need to know for the day so that you can grind through it. If you guys are listening out there while you're driving to work to your fiat mining, when you get a chance later on, come back and hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit the subscribe and that notification bell down below. Get notified every time we go live. But guys, welcome to Piper Academy. We got a lot of news to go through today. We're going to be taking a look at the charts yesterday in the Discord. Shout out to the Discord members. I dropped a trade in there for them, and now all members have access to that channel. So if you're a member of the Piper Academy here on YouTube, you get access to some crypto trade signals. We did a trade yesterday on Polygon MATIC. We're going to be taking a look and getting an update on that too. But guys, without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring up the team. I got OC Guy in the house. I got TradeFly in the house. Let's go, fellas. What's up?
What's going on, guys? Good to be here again. As you can see, hotel living, but I upgraded. I got a little light, so there you go. Made it a little bit pretty for you in the background.
At least you're not in the red light district. You're in the blue light district.
Yes, I can.
So.
You want red? I got red
No,
for you.
no, we don't want red.
Come on.
What's up, OC? How you doing, brother?
There it is.
I'm doing fantastic, enjoying the internet, finally. So I just can't get over it. I mean, it's been so long since I've been on ABIT that now just kind of like a flowing seems way better. So, I mean, just enjoying coming here as every morning and also, I mean, doing the live stream. So thank you, Piper.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to have you guys here. Guys, I don't know if you know or not, if you haven't looked today, we're at 2,800 subscribers. So shout out to the alumni. We are growing over here. Let's grow together. Also, shout out to Mr. J and shout out to Bed Redden, our magna cum laude and our summa cum laude members and all the other cum laude members. You guys, shout out to all of you. You guys are heroes, and we appreciate the entire massive rally of support that we have from everybody out there. But let's go ahead and get this going. We got a lot of stuff to go over today. Let's go ahead and jump into the news and let's get it hot. Let's go. Taking a look here, guys, we've got DYM. That is our big mover today. We're going to be looking at exactly what this is. I did a little research on it, not a lot, but I think I got it down. I think I understand exactly what we're looking at with this, but it is up 44.9%. We also had a little thing that happened with the with Chainlink, and we're going to be looking at that in just a second. I need to make one quick adjustment here on my camera because I look really, really dark, and I don't know why. There we go. There we go. We're good now. Let's take a look and see what happened with Chainlink. You're beautiful. That probably was so close to the copyrighted song that we're now going to get demonetized. Tron, guys, Tron moving up here on the list. It's now number 11, and Chainlink has dropped. I don't know if you guys remember, but like 2 days ago, Chainlink was number 10. It's now. It was 11. It bumped up to 10. It's now dropped to 12. Chainlink down 2.4% for the day. Not looking its most healthy right now. But in all actuality, actually is looking healthy because it is getting a healthy retracement after a crazy pump. So we'll show you those levels, show you those ranges of support that we're coming to. Looking at Tron here, up 4.4% for the day. Doge up 0.5%. Avalanche up 0.9. USDC doing what it does, and it's staying right there, pegged around that $1. Despite Janet Yellen's call for regulation, which I actually have some pros and cons for that, but we'll talk about that too. Solana up 0.8%. BNB playing stablecoin here, about 2.2% there, running sideways. Ethereum, though, up 1.2% on some successful test net of the Duncan upgrade. They just did that on their test net, that test run, final one, successful, clean. We'll be taking a look at that too. So let's go ahead and check out the liquidations for the day. We've got a total of, in the past 24 hours, 31,150 traders liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $71.5 million. Largest single liquidation order happened on Binance. It was Ethereum, valued at $4.93 million. And what type of liquidation was that? Well, it looks here like, oh, that's a 1 out. Yep, there we go. 24, we're good. Looks like that was people trying to short. People trying to short Ethereum and got wrecked, R-E-K-T, if you don't know how to spell that. Let's jump over here and check out the economic calendar. This morning, can I get a refresh on here? Can I get fresh with you? Thanks. Balance of trade came in down $62.2 billion. The difference of that coming in from the exports being $258 billion. Previously, 254. So this is up from the previous, but it was forecasted to be 255, and we beat that expectation. Also, the interesting one, though, that was exports. Interesting one, imports. We were expected to be at 318 billion. We were previously at 316 billion. We came in at 320 billion. For the retail sales being as low as they were at Christmas, we definitely had more imports in December for Christmas. So I don't know why that would be so high. And retail numbers last month, if you remember, were not coming in as good as they should be for Christmas time. So I don't know. Hey, imports, exports, though, $62 billion difference there in the balance of trade from import to exports. And that is how you guys read that. So hope that was a little bit of a help. Let's jump over here and check out this. This is bad news for the NYCB. And for those that don't know what the NYCB is, let's bring this chart up here. This is the New York Community Bank Corporation. Okay, they're the ones that acquired Signature Bank. They're a regional bank. Right now, they are having a massive dumpage. We might take a look at this today. If one of you guys want to go ahead and pull up NYCB on your chart so we can see what it's doing today. But as of yesterday, getting completely wrecked. You can see here on this chart, down 0.7% for the day. So it was down 17% after hours yesterday when the markets closed. 31% down total for the day, nearly 70% for the month of January, and for the first month of 2024. Over $7 billion in market cap was erased since January 1st, putting the stock at its lowest level since 1997. So investors are worried about their 70% dividend cutout. You think? I'd be worried too. And the surprise $260 million quarter four loss, the bank's exposure is horrible. So that CRE, that is commercial real estate, they have a lot of exposure to that. And we're starting to see that trend where banks were like, well, we'll hold commercial real estate for our valuations. And commercial real estate, if you guys don't know, buildings selling for half of what they were bought for 5 years ago, and empty, ghost town. So I would not want to be in commercial real estate right now. That would be horrible. But that is, I think this is going to lead into today's top story. So let's go ahead and jump over there and let's take a look and see what Janet Yellen had to say yesterday.
Council is focused on digital assets and related risks, such as from runs on crypto asset platforms and stablecoins, potential vulnerabilities from crypto asset price volatility, and the proliferation of platforms acting outside of or out of compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Applicable rules and regulations should be enforced, and Congress should pass legislation to provide for the regulation of stablecoins and of the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities. We look forward to continuing to engage with Congress on this. With this overview, I look forward to taking your questions on these. And Council.
Yeah, I have a question for her. So let's talk about this. I got a lot of questions for her. So you heard her talk about bank runs on exchanges. I don't know that anyone's ever had a bank run that had an issue with getting their stable coins. I mean, obviously, you know, if you were in USDT and they froze everything, you couldn't get it off. But those people were getting their money back much quicker than people that had Ethereum or whatever holding it in securities, right? I think what she's not saying here, and as you saw in the thumbnail, I think I put in the quote there what I really think she was saying. We need to stop these stable coins that are operating on exchanges much smarter than banks are, that are able to offer 4-5% APY. For example, on USDC on Coinbase, it is 5%. I might even be 5.1. I'm not sure. If you know in the chat, let me know. But anyway, I think that's really what the issue is here. This is just another threat among many things that is scaring the bank system. I think we're gonna see another round of regional bank failures going on, all because of this access of this exposure to commercial real estate. There was an article I was reading this morning that there's a bank in Germany going through the same thing right now also. A lot of banks in Europe starting to pop up with overexposure to commercial real estate, while commercial real estate is ghost towning. They're shutting down. There's empty offices all over the planet, and these office spaces are not being filled, mean no business for the buildings selling at half the price, commercial real estate companies losing their valuation day after day after day, and that banks are taking the losses, the hits on this stuff, because they do not have the liquidity in their coffers to handle a bank run. Well, when you take stable coins and put that into the picture, you have people going, okay, I'm gonna pull my money out of the bank, not because of a bank run or fear of what the bank's doing, but just because the bank don't offer me anything when I can throw it over here in USDC, use my Coinbase card to spend it, still have access to my money, and I make 5% interest on it. I think that is really, at the end of the day, why she wants regulation. She's looking around going, what can we do to keep the banking industry strong, especially the regional banks? And the one thing that she knows that she can touch and really easy is the stable coin picture, where there is a possibility of a lot of inflow of bank money moving over there because they pay better interest. So what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, I think you're really onto something with that. And you'll see that even some of the savings accounts now are actually offering somewhere around 4.6%. They're trying to compete against that, I believe. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, it's a small market share at this point in the grand scheme of things. But like you said, it is a threat, it is competition, and it is ultimately taking some of that liquidity away from the bank. So that is definitely going to be an issue. And especially for the smaller regional banks like you're talking about, that's where it's going to be more prevalent. That's where the bigger hit's going to be. Now, on the real estate thing, one of the things that I was thinking about as you were talking about it is China is heavily invested in U.S. real estate. I'm not sure if you guys realize that or not, but definitely in commercial, even in just regular, just small homes. Like, I think in my neighborhood, there's probably 3 or 4 homes that are owned outright by an individual that's not even in our neighborhood, and they are Chinese. So, just let that sink in a little bit. Think about it. So that is one of their biggest markets in their economy is real estate in China. Like that, it's think about like a tech industry here, like that's like real estate for them. So like that's what they do. That's what they like to put their money in. So it's going to be very, very interesting how this shakes out. And I will say, on the commercial front, my buddy, he's heavy into commercial real estate, and he's buying like crazy right now. So think about that. Like think about 08, 09, that time frame with the stock market and the housing. Then people were stacking up. He's stacking up commercial real estate right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, residential real estate still quite strong. I mean, some cities like Austin is pulling back on housing prices and stuff, but commercial real estate, you couldn't get me to buy commercial real estate right now. Brick and mortar stores, businesses, stuff like that, they're coming to an end. Look how Walmarts and Targets are shutting down in the United States. And when you have commercial brick and mortar shopping slowing down versus online digital shopping, on top of the rampant run of, crime sprees that can occur in like California. Oh yeah, just run in, steal whatever you want. No problem. We'll just write it up to, balance of equity, and call it a day. No, not charge, let you out bail free. I think that you have a problem in commercial real estate. And plus then after COVID-19, since we can say that on YouTube again, after COVID-19, you had a lot of people that were like, I was able to work from home for a year and no loss of production here. I don't want to come back to work. And so, yeah, commercial real estate, on the, business buildings, they're not doing well. They're not doing well. These banks thought that this was a solid investment because it had historically been, but it's not now. So
yeah, it over time, it typically is a good investment, right? A lot of people say, hey, get out of residential and eventually graduate, get into commercial. And that's when you kind of get a little bit bigger in status there. But one of the things that my buddy's doing, I'll let you guys behind the curtain a little bit. He's finding places that he can turn into warehouses. So he's getting it super, super cheap. And then he's cleaning them out and he's renting it out as a warehouse. So there's very low turnaround for him. There's very low cost. So, and the people that are moving into the place, they're doing all the work. So it's really smart. And he's doing really well right now with commercial real estate. So.
And that's smart because, guys, if you're doing all your shopping digitally online, it still goes through warehouses. So OC, I'm pretty sure I saw you giving the that's exactly it. That's probably what you were going to talk about. What you got on that, brother?
All right, so yeah, absolutely, I agree with that, TradeFly. I think you nailed it, and I can say this out of my own experience. Remember, guys, that I am an architect, and I worked for a big developing company. And this company, just so you know, if you have heard about the Mayan Museum or Su Mayan Museum on Merida on Peninsula of Yucatan, is one of the things that they build up. They partner. I mean, they're ginormous, right? I was lucky enough to be the head of architecture department and developer there, and they invested on Cosimo. So that was great because I was on my native island, and something that happened here is that first housing runs out, then housing becomes commercial property, then commercial property displays living spaces, which are very expensive. And what we were doing is just going in the middle of the jungle. I actually had to grab a machete, they dropped me right in front of a wall of trees, and we were just chopping our way in to start using satellites to pinpoint, the coordinates of what's gonna be developing. So they were forecasting 5 years from now. So that is exactly what TradeFly is talking about. On the States, I believe that you guys have a ton of farming industry. Like, for example, I can talk about Michigan because I lived there. I also can talk about Ohio because I was also living a little bit in there. And I do remember having big extension of properties, right? So big farming zones, so on and so forth. So I will actually be looking at those areas to for now new living spaces, right? Basically not chasing after prices, which is what is trending right now, but looking at what's happening, what is the reaction of the people, and then aiming to forecast my analysis and my investment. So I've seen this on the island because right here, soil or property is very limited, and that's how they play it out. And let me tell you that basically they built up half of the island right now. So just what I wanted to say. That's my 2 cents, and turn it back to you guys.
No, I appreciate it, man. Let's get back into the news. By the way, for those that don't know, I got a picture of OC running into that jungle to chop it down. There he is right there. So, guys, if you don't know, Solana, Soul Survivor, told you guys yesterday when all this was going on, I was like, look, there's not really a big pullback. I'm not really worried about it. I know investing bros were talking about should you sell, should you not? And I was like, I wouldn't sell. It held strong. So, yesterday, our sentiment here on the show was not really seeing anything to make me worry about Solana being offline for like 5 hours, I believe. So Solana survived its toughest test yet as a wake-up call for crypto investors. It shows some strength. So in today's market, most crypto prices mark slight positive changes, yet remain tethered to investors as investors weigh a multitude of factors. So yesterday, they went offline for about 5 hours there. And then everyone was starting to sell. And guess what? It got bought every time people started to sell. And we're going to take a look at that chart here in just a moment. I want to get through the rest of the news here as all the ads from galore pop up on my screen there. Ethereum devs talked about this. They deployed Duncan on their the CLSK testnet. Absolutely smooth. This test simulated a key Duncan feature called proto-dank sharding, guys, which aims to reduce roll-up transaction cost and make data storage cheaper. We will see if it actually has an effect on fees. I think that will happen probably about the time that I'm 90 years old. So, but we'll see. We'll see. There's another test net, another step in the process of the upgrade. And it took a major step towards that deployment. Went smooth, no problems, no issues. Ethereum doing quite well today. Jump over here. What is DYM? I don't know. Look, guys, look at this. It's probably up even more. 47.5% is what DYM is up now. So what is DYM? I had to do a little bit of research on it this morning. DYM is so you know ERCs, right? ERC20 is a roll-up thing. Well, this is a roll apps. And basically, it is a unified approach to applying roll apps and layer 2 solutions, very similar to what we saw with ERCs on Ethereum, ERC20 tokens and stuff like that, where they did, you know, ZK roll-ups, all that good stuff. DYM is looking to fix that issue for layer 2s, where more layer 2s can work together without the bridge. So, interesting. I'm going to have Crux do a little bit of more look into this because that's my deep dive specialist. But right now, guys, looks like a decent project. I'm going to have to do more research on the tokenomics for it. Maybe reach out to Crypto Archie and Crux to do their thing. But yeah, DYM absolutely tearing off today. And then this one here, of course, guys. Here we go. We got Arthur Hayes making an epic Bitcoin price prediction. $1 million is what he's saying here. So Arthur Hayes, bullish on Bitcoin amid the banking woes. Right back to what we were talking about. I'm bullish on Bitcoin because of the NYCBs of the world, what we just talked about earlier with that bank. So yeah, I can see why he's bullish, but I don't know that I'm $1 million bullish. And obviously, in the world of bullish predictions, Arthur Hayes ain't got crap on OC guys $1.4 million per call that on our 2025 price prediction. So if you guys haven't seen that video, check it out under the videos. It's the 2025 price prediction with me, OC guy, TradeFly, Alex O Crypto, and Lunar Beaches Crypto. So pretty interesting take there that he had a 1.4 million. But Arthur Hayes, let's get back to him. He's the BitMEX co-founder, renowned crypto advocate. He's come up with another major bullish Bitcoin price prediction as he once again doubled down on his belief in the top cryptocurrency. Taken to his official X account, he commented on the current woes of the NYCB, which is on the brink of collapse. The bank has been facing significant headwinds in recent times. In a screenshot shared by Hayes, Bloomberg reported that the credit rating agency, yeah, this is crazy. The credit rating agency Moody's downgraded NYCB's credit grade to junk. So I don't know that I've ever seen that with a major bank, but if this is what you get graded as by an official credit rating agency, not good. That is not good at all. So he predicted from this point that the next call might be bankruptcy for financial institutions. And of course, the last time we saw bank failures happen, what happened? Anybody? OC, TradeFly? What happened the last time we had regional bank closures?
I think Bitcoin pumped, didn't it?
Like crazy, bro. So that's why he's making that $1 million prediction there. Looking pretty good. So that is what we got for news today. Let's go ahead and get into the charts. So guys, yesterday on Discord, let me pull this up here real fast and let's get over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Yesterday on Discord and trade setups here, I put out this call and I said, watching trade setup on MATIC. MATIC is currently breaking a diagonal resistance. In addition, it's showing successful retest of the dynamic reactor. And if we bring this in here, take a look, you'll see it was breaking this diagonal line. There's a dynamic reactor running across there. It was above that golden pocket. I said, look, it's looking poised. You got to take profit one there at about 80, looks like about 82 cents. And then we got another take profit here at about 86 cents. Stop loss, I would set it at about 77.7 cents. I gave the complete setup here. And then I said, but keep in mind and be aware that on the 12-hour time frame, we do have a dynamic reactor running here at about 80.7 cents. And I said this has been a previous rejection point. So watch for that. Again, set that 77.7 cent stop loss there. And let's go ahead and take a look at what happened there and how that worked out. This is on MATIC right here. There we go. We got that pump up there that we talked about. We did the breakout. Now we're going to have a new trend line that's going to pop in here. You can see we rejected right at that 80.7 cents. We wicked a little bit above it, but the candle closed below that, pulled back down, got support again on the lower trade band, and then right now is above the golden pocket again, guys. It does look like we have some curvature going on here on the ribbon for the Oscillator Pro, and it looks like we could be popping back up here. I am still watching that line. If I go over here and take a look at the 12, you'll see that literally that's where we got rejected on that dynamic reactor on the 12-hour. You could have made a good little run on it, moved your stop loss up and been good, but our original stop loss at 77.7 cents, still running strong, no loss on that. So yesterday also we talked about on the show Clean Spark. We was breaking above that 50, and I said it was looking quite bullish to me. We had the ribbon flip going on. We had a lot of movement here. We're coming out of that range and that 30 yesterday. Yeah, it would have been on this candle right here that we got that breakout. We did get that breakout up to that upper trade band. Right now, looking like it's coming down to do a retest of that dynamic reactor and maybe some more upside. So yesterday, if you got into either one of those, stock side, crypto side, both great calls. One of those for the members of the Piper Academy Discord. So if you're not a member of that yet, check the link down below. You can get into the free Discord, but to get that those trade calls and trade setups, you got to be a member. We have 3 different memberships, so pick a tier and join us. Come join the fun, hang out at the Academy. So that is what I got for my opening for crypto. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over because I know you guys have got your charts up. Let's round robin at the reverse this time. We'll start with TradeFly. What you got, brother?
Alrighty. So I got EGLD up here at request of Christian Mayer. So haven't really looked at this coin all that much, to be honest with you. So I was kind of doing some work in the background. It's kind of why I've been a little bit quiet here. So I did do a fixed range volume profile. So you can see right there, you got the point of control, and that kind of aligns really with the golden pocket. So that would be an area of interest for me. However, you can see the dynamic reactor. It has been acting as support. So I would kind of anticipate that holding up right now. But looking where we're at kind of time now, we are at the 0.5. 0.5 is usually a pretty good area to see some kind of price action off of that. So I'd be keeping an eye on that area at about 50.37 right now. So looking at the prime oscillator, you can see that when it did come down and retest, or not retest, but test the dynamic reactor, you can see that there was some divergence here, right? So that's what this green line is. It's kind of showing you price going down, RSI going up, and then you can expect some kind of price action. And sure enough, I mean, dynamic reactor, as usual, is such a solid indicator. So it bounced off of that, and then we got some action back up, and really it just came back up to this area right here at about the 0.382, and you saw that was acting as resistance. So that's a pretty significant area. If you look back on the charts, look left, you can see it was support here, and then it came down, it broke through, and now it's resistance, right? So you got to keep an eye on that area. It's got to break for me to really get interested in seeing continuation of the upside. And then, I would, just looking at the trajectory right now, I would kind of anticipate that we would probably retest this dynamic reactor would kind of be my thought right now, looking at that. And you're under this area right here, and that you can see it's a significant area of selling, buying and selling, really. That's what this volume is showing you, is that the volume of transactions is very, very high in this area. So obviously, there's probably some selling in that area right now. So I would kind of stay clear. I'm not sure if you're in it for like a swing trade or if you're in it for the long term. If you want to start stacking some bags, again, I would probably, just wait until I see what it does with the dynamic reactor. And then if it falls through, then obviously the golden pocket is the area will definitely get interested, right? You come down, look at the RSI, see if that's still trending up and right for me. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. So again, resistance is at about 56.92. The dynamic reactor, if you don't have that, That's in the area of about 47.63. So I'd be keeping an eye on those two areas short term. That's what I got for EGLD.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. T-Shroom in here right now. Love seeing him in here. We got Dave Digital, Elo Brown. We got Chicken Pollo. Cluck, cluck. Gotta give Crypto Pollo a shout out there. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button if you're getting anything out of this. If this is anything of value to you, help out the algorithm. We appreciate you guys. Let's OC. Let's go, bro. What you got? You got chat.
Absolutely.
OC.
So what?
So you got the chat app. Oh, that's yesterday's video, isn't it?
Yes, that's yesterday's video. So
Nice.
Let me see where I got it. Right here. Oh, yeah, perfect. I might not. All right, let's just roll with this. This is yesterday's video here, and let's take a look at what we were talking about Atom, because it is moving, and right now, just like the same thing that happened with Piper Cole, we are heading to dynamic reactor. So it's time to look back at the charts and see what might be happening, and if we might be having enough strength to break through that dynamic reactor. Did I change Piper for me? Am I showing now the charts?
You're showing your charts now. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Just making sure that I am. All right. So as you guys can see right here, we went right to that dynamic reactor. And as expected, we were moving upwards to there. Right here, we are looking or facing that decision whether we're going to be breaking through or bouncing from. Remember that at this point, I am expecting a pullback. I was actually a little bit more hopeful on Atom, basically looking at the price action or hoping for the price action to be above the dynamic reactor when we were reaching all the way up here. We still had one or two more candles, but it seems like we might not have enough momentum to break through that dynamic reactor. So just be careful in that. We're still pretty bearish on our prime score, and on consolidation score, it is pretty high still. So just be careful on that one. If I see it rolling, I probably will be going back somewhere around this area right here, which is the 8.94 area. And remember that we are also expecting a couple of other supports right down there. What kind of supports? Well, let me just bring them up, and you can see right there that we have smart money coming in, and also we have a support line right at 8.80 or something around there. So that's what I got on Atom. Want to try it back to you guys, and then just wait for my turn on the next one.
Cool. Let's get over here and take a look at Chainlink, guys. This is what we were talking about. I said, look, I shot for a target up here of about which would have been back here. I think it was like $19.80 was the call. We actually made it up to 1977. So sorry, I was off by 3 cents on that top side move there. But this is where I think we're heading back down to. I think that we could retrace and still be healthy all the way back down to this yellow trend line. And this trend line was the range top. It's going to be coming in line right here, nice and clean with the dynamic reactor. And for those that don't know, the dynamic reactor, when we talk about the dynamic reactor, the trend assistant, the oscillator pro, all these indicators that are giving us all these setups for trades that we're showing you guys, this stuff is all from Chart Prime. It's the most powerful indicator suite in the market. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, just so you guys know. If I go over to invite only scripts here, you can see here that I've got, let's go in here. I got Lux Algo's back testing system. You can only get that if you're a lifetime Lux Algo owner, right? I got Market Cipher in here. I love Market Cipher because of what it does. It's a totally different picture. It's an oscillator on crack. But when it comes to the rest of the indicators, I will go with Chart Prime every time. It's the best indicator suite and the most powerful in the industry. So if you guys want that, you can get 45% off, the best discount you will find anywhere, to include on the website down below in the chat. So I just wanted to get that out there. All of my charts always brought by Chart Prime because it's the best. I've tried them all. It is the best. So getting back in here, looking at Chainlink, guys, if you look at this range that we have here, this is where we were trading sideways in here on this range. When we broke it on Chainlink, I said, look, we're breaking this. That was when I made the call to the upside. I believe that we could be coming back to retest this and either get stuck on the trend assistant, which is going to be, hey, I am assisting you on keeping the trend going. That's what that means. or we could have the dynamic reactor coming in line with that at that point. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and throw a T-box on here. Let me grab that rectangle tool. Sir, can I get you? Yeah, if I click the right one, you can. Go right here. We're going to grab here. We're going to bring this down right to that trend line, and that is going to be my trend, my support box, if you will. This is going to be our support range that I want to be watching for here on Chainlink as we move forward. Don't delete it off. Just get rid of the Mexican spaghetti, please. There we go. No more Mexican spaghetti. So watch that, guys. I am watching the Oscillator Pro down here, and it does look like we do have a break here below the 0 line, which also gives me that indication that this could be happening. If you take a look here at the RSI Prime, what's going on here? We started to get that small candle on the Heikinashi there, but now we're getting that extension again on that candle that's printing right now. This does look like came up, tried to get bulls, tried to get in charge of it, couldn't do it. We had a couple of green candles there in the 4 hours and then down. So yeah, this is going to be the target that I'm shooting for. And when we get back down here to about, we'll call it $16.57 range, $16.60 maybe. When we get down to that range, I'm absolutely going to be looking at making some trades on longs for that, and I will let you guys know in the Discord when I am doing that trade setup. So that's what I got for Chainlink. TradeFly, let's go, bro.
Alrighty. Got Theta pulled up on the daily. So looking at Theta, this one looks probably, I'd say, a little bit weaker than EGLD right now. We are under the dynamic reactor, and it looks like we want to come back down and revisit the golden pocket 618 around, looks like 90 cents or so. So looking like it does want to check that out for a retest here. Consolidation score is pretty high. So, I mean, if you look, back left, kind of our ranging overall, we did have that spike up, which almost is starting to look head and shoulderish to me, but we'll see how that kind of plays out. But you can kind of see, like, if you're looking, here, it's not really textbook, but like really more so here than there. But that kind of lined up with MATIC, right? MATIC did the same thing. And I think when I was looking at EGLD, I went back and looked at that real quick, and that's kind of similar as well. They're all seeming to follow this same pattern when you're looking at a lot of these altcoins, except for something like Solana. That's kind of breaking away and doing its own thing. But if you're looking at most of the other altcoins, they're kind of aligning, right? They're all around this 0.5. They're all around the 0.618, somewhere in that general vicinity. And they're all, somewhere around the dynamic reactor, right? If we're looking at these. So this is probably, one of those times, like, again, we're kind of in the middle of the 0.5 and the 618, is that for at least Theta, I'm probably waiting for a retest. So I'm setting an alert here, I would say at like 91 cents, just to give me a heads up that, hey, we're coming back down for the retest. And then we'll see if we find support there. So that, for you, Christian, that might be an area if you want to, fatten the bags a little bit, maybe take a look, do your own research, not financial advice, but 618 is usually a good area to look. I will say overall trend, though, I am starting to see a series of lower highs. So that's not always promising. What I would like to see here with the prime oscillator, or if you have RSI, you want to start seeing that kind of trend up and right. That's one of the big things that I start looking for as well. You can obviously pull up MACD, see if you get any cross there, see if you're seeing some bullish indications there as well. Let's look at the moving averages. I took those off because they get crazy. They get a little too spaghetti for me. But looking at the 20, that did cross the 50, the 100, and then we got the 200 lurking down here just below the golden pocket. So I'm going to lean towards retesting the golden pocket and then seeing if this 200 keeps eking up. And then you get some confluence there on the charts. That's kind of what I would be looking for personally. And then obviously high side, if we do push up, you're going to look at the 0.5 initially. And you want to really get over this 100-day. So I think you're going to find a lot of resistance here, just personally looking at it. So we'll see kind of how it plays out. So high side short term, I'll give you about $1. And then I'd be setting alerts somewhere in the golden pocket about 91 cents and looking for a retest there.
Yeah, that 50% fib plays resistance a lot. That's where I really cut that threshold of, are we bullish or bearish on the current trend, is if it breaks that 50. If it rejects out the 50, it's bearish, period. That's what I go with. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So yeah, good call on that one on Theta. OC, what you got for us, brother?
I get
hold on before you before you do that, I just want to say something. Alex Oak, he's putting himself in timeouts in the chat. But there was a question about should we do a frat channel in the Discord, the frat house channel, which is, you know, really just, you know, it's like the Academy After Dark, right? So that if you don't want to be in anything that's, you know, like that, you don't have to go to the channel. You can shut it off. You can shut off notifications to it. You can mute it. But we might be doing that. We also might be bringing a campus DJ music channel to the Discord also with some lo-fi chill music that you can just listen to while you're charting. So I just wanted to get that out there. Some other things that we're kicking around. We might discuss that with our members over in Discord later today. So go ahead, OC. What you got for us, bro?
Absolutely. So I got METIS right here. So it's been looking like it's also playing out. It didn't actually follow the timing that I was expecting, as always. But let's take a look at what is happening. So yesterday we were talking about going somewhere around this area. We kind of like wicked on that area very nicely. We rejected it. So basically this prediction happened within a couple of hours in here. So we are all the way there. What is the next step? Looking if it's gonna keep going up. I was expecting on that same time frame for us to have a movement to the upside. Sorry, to like flipping still up. All right, we still had a chance at that, especially if we are able to hold this position right here while we bounce out of the convergence between the green and the red areas here. I believe that we're going to be forming a bullish pennant, and we're going to be blasting to the next possible target, which is somewhere around 97.25. Nevertheless, remember that I do have these two alerts. So as I start going up in here, I will be taking a TP number 2 and then TP number 3. And then remember the next one is going to be trailing for me. So MATIC is looking good. Although I do expect, although we should be being a little bit careful. So if we start losing this area, I will be just getting out of it and basically hoping, or waiting, not hoping, but waiting for a retest all the way down here at 75.39. So that's what I'm looking on MATIC. And yeah, I mean, very bullish on that one.
Nice, nice. I'm looking at a Caspa. Let's go Caspa. If you're a fan of Caspa, drop a 1 in the chat, guys. Put that 1 down there because Caspa, super bullish on my Caspa. We had a thing that happened here. We came up, we started to get a, we got a bounce off the trend line here, auto printed trend line. We came up to the dynamic reactor. We fought on it. We had one red candle and then it pumped up again. I'm actually watching something to happen here. We've got 1 point here, which is coming in at 11.2 cents here. I'm going to be watching that because we are getting the overbought blocks down here. And it does look like we're pulling deep into the bearish zone of the Oscillator Pro. But the RSI Prime is still looking pretty good. So I think we're going to make it up to there before we reject a little bit. What I would like to see is this to come up. At the worst case scenario, come down, retest this daily close. That's this purple number right there, along with that dynamic reactor, and then come up to get above this. Because if you guys look, and the reason I would like to see this happen is right here, that yellow line above that phase 5 golden pocket. If I zoom it in a little bit, you'll see it. There you go. That is the bottom trade band of the predictive ranges. And if you guys look, we've been all the way to the top of this. We've been to the top of this mountain. I would like to see, and I think it is very possible if we get a good, healthy retest here, that we come in, we bounce back up, we break above this, and then we are now in that trade band. There's your delta median. There's your top trade band right there. Retest, and then we're going to do this phase 6, phase 7 recapture. I'm very bullish on Caspa long term. This would be a long-term play. This would not be a quick thing, but what I am watching for, and if you want to do this, you can, not financial advice. This is how I would do this if I was looking to spot buy this, or if there are some exchanges you can trade this on. I'm not sure that that's a thing yet, but you can get in here on either a retest of this dynamic reactor, or if it does not make it all the way back there, wait for a retest on this phase 5 golden pocket here inside of that trade band. And that would be where I would look at getting it back in on Caspa if you had, put some money to the side, waited for that, whatever, looking for your spot buy DCA. That's what I would watch for, is that retest there or a retest again down here on this daily at about 10.4 cents. So that's what I got for Caspa. TradeFly, it is you. Let's kick it over to you. Let's try to let's do one more round, and then let's talk it out and try to wrap it up a little bit early today. I want guys, let us know in the chat also. Look at all the Caspa lovers, love it. Let us know in the chat. Do you guys think the show should be about 45 minutes long, or should it be about an hour long? We had a comment on one of our videos. Someone said we might be a little bit too long. 30 to 45 minutes is better. So let us know in the chat. What do you guys think? Maybe Crux can throw a poll up for that so we can take a tally on that one. But go for it, TradeFly. What you got for us, bro?
Right on. Cool. Hey, just want to give a couple shout outs, man. A couple OGs in the house, man. I see Redman, French Toast, Alex O. So Mr. J, Dave Digital, Eric Wallen. Just want to say what's up to a couple people that's on the channel right now. Show some love, man. You know. Oh, no heart? No heart. There it is. All right, check it out. Let's get into this. All right, so we've been talking about Bitwise. BITC is the ticker. I'm going to keep showing it right now. The reason I'm showing it is just because, you know, there's an area of interest. And I said, hey, we might find some support here. Guess what? It looks like kind of consolidating a little bit, but yeah, we found support there. All right, that's pretty much confirmed in my mind. And I'm seeing what I want to see here. RSI is trending up. I mean, it looks like it's bending over a little bit, but honestly, I think it's just resetting over this area of support. So what we've now done is kind of gotten confirmation that we flipped this area of resistance into support. So for me, that would be a potential opportunity to look at going long. You know, that's pretty much what we're looking for here. So where could we go from here? If we go up, well, the obvious area is, I mean, it shows this, and that's obviously a massive sell-off. But really, I would be looking something a little bit closer to about here. Would be, let me give you a horizontal line. So you have that somewhere. Let's come a little bit lower, right? Because you don't want to get beat to the sale here. I would be looking at something from about time now to about 37 would probably where I would be looking at a potential exit. Now, this isn't going to be an intraday kind of thing. You can see how slow it's moving right now. Obviously, also, you know, not financial advice, but what I would be looking at if I were to get into this is to set a stop loss underneath of this support area. You can see it's pretty much confirmed at this point, and looking at multiple touch points here, here, and here, you know, I would probably just do something straight under that, because if it does fall, it's probably coming right back down to the dynamic reactor, and it's probably going to test this area of support. So then for me, I would probably look at, all right, well, maybe I can get back into this one. But again, I'm going to come down and start looking at the prime oscillator and see what that's doing. And then, you know, there's a couple other indicators I'll probably look at that point. Let's look at the moving average real quick, though. Let's pull that up, see what that's doing. Well, that's not ideal. So, but we did have that big spike up. The 20 is crossing the 50-day right now, but I'm not too overly concerned about that, honestly. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Like I said, this is a pretty significant area. We've been talking about it, I feel like, for over a week now, maybe 2 weeks. So keep your eye on this one. Again, the support area is about 32.85. High side target is about 37.29. And then if we do fall through this area, we are looking to find support somewhere around the dynamic reactor and around this support area at about 30.41.
Nice. That's perfect, bro. So what was the top side on, because the ETFs, like, what is your top side? Like, where do you
top
think
side
this
is
is going to be at?
37.36 is what I would be looking for if I got into the trade on BITC. I mean, obviously the high was 38.58, but I don't like to flirt with that. I like to see where there was other rejection points. So we have about 3 points here that we found an area of resistance. I would say that that would be your first initial area that you're going to see some kind of rejection before maybe you see continuation up, but that's the area I'd be looking for some sort of rejection.
Perfect. Yeah, appreciate that. That's a good call, man. OC, what you got for us, brother?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at what I got in here. And we have CTS, so CTSI USDT. Basically, I want to come back to this because we were looking at this a couple of weeks ago, and I was expecting this area to basically reach all the way up here and up for a short, but also we set up an alert on this trend line. So I went for that trend line. Look at where it was our support, basically going for that dynamic reactor very nicely. I did open and long, basically retested that dynamic reactor, and we are right now getting to where I was expecting to enter for a short. On my analysis, I was expecting first the short and then the long. Nevertheless, it happened the other way around. That's why it's very, very important to look at the whole picture and just to not just look at what your analysis is telling you for the first hand. Remember, a smart trader is a prepared trader. So whatever happens, you're already expecting it, right? So there we go. We find a very nice supporting here, going for that long. And then we're almost there on my alert, crossing 2994. So I'm looking at this area not only for taking TP2 on my long, but maybe to close that long and open a short. So not financial advice, and I will only be taking a short as I get rejection out of this area right here, and I see a further move to the downside, especially holding that short. If I break through that zero line, if I don't break through that zero line and I find another support, let me show you what I'm talking about, which is this area right here. If I keep going up to this resistance and then retrace, this is gonna be it for my short. If I see bounce of the ribbon, flip of the ribbon up here, because most likely I will be either bouncing in this area or going for a further move to the upside. So not financial advice there. Nonetheless, that's what I'm seeing right there on CTSIU.
Nice. Shout out to B10X in the chat. I saw you over there, man. I see you lurking. I got you. I got you, bro. Let's jump in here, take a look. It looks like the poll, most people said 1 hour. So there you go, 1 hour. They evidently they want more of us. If you guys want more of us, by the way, just so you're tracking, we do have a little something. Let me check and see what this is here. I'm getting a message. There we go. Getting a message from Crux over here. He's building some stuff in the background for us. But take a look here, guys, on Discord here. This is our bonus, the Founders Flow here. Just so you're tracking, it's under bonus content for the members. We do have a members Q&A today for all the YouTube members. So for cum laude and up, tier 1 all the way to tier 3. Today, 3:30 p.m. my time. So that's going to be 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be doing little Q&A. So I'm going to be doing some TA, hanging out with the members. So you guys get more of me this afternoon. If either of you guys are available, I know you're grinding over there in your fiat mining TradeFly, but see if you're available and you want to jump in on that. I'll be dropping a link in the chat for all the members. So there you go for that. Let's go over here and take a look at what I'm looking at here. We had a request for SHIDO. So taking a look at SHIDO here, SHIDO got a rejection here off of this lower trade band of the predictive ranges. There's your upper trade band. There's your delta. You can see the delta played resistance a lot. Tried to get a breakout up here to that, but then we started an auto-printed trend line coming to the downside. Goodbye, Mexican spaghetti. Thank you for highlighting. Right now, what we're looking at is we've got this level down here. This is our lower support band. You can see it was a clean touch there. We've got this resistance above us, but we also have that trend line giving us that diagonal, like, hey, you're coming to the end of the road and you're going to have to diverge to one path or the other. Right now, we are below the zero line. I could see us coming back down a little bit lower. How low? Well, let's throw on some fibs and see what we got. Guys, we got a golden pocket coming in right here below us. I believe that this is going to probably retest this again, which would be right in line with that 0.66 on the golden pocket. If it does that and it trades through here, that would be when I look for that breakout, and then I would be cleared for a trade on that. But as of right now, I'm looking at looking for support around that 0.0074 range on that 0.66. That would also give us time to really get this oscillator down here in the lows, maybe give us a bullish divergence, give us that 30% retest there in the RSI. That's what I'd watch for on SHIDO. So hope that helped. We'll take a look at it later on, maybe. If you're a member that was asking for that, I'm not sure. But if you are, take a look at it later on in Q&A. By the way, the Q&A, guys, 100% what you guys want to see on TA on those Q&As, and any questions you have, like, hey, how do you place your fibs? Whatever you want to know, that's what you guys can do in the Q&A today. Let's go ahead and kick this over to let's go to the trio. Let's just talk it out. I think we're good unless there's anything that you guys can show in like 2 minutes. Yes, no?
No, that's fantastic.
just
I
to keep
really
an
want
eye
to
on.
ask you a couple of questions. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
TradeFly, go for it. What you got, bro?
Oh yeah, no. So no big TA on this one. I would just say MANTA is a project that's been talked about a lot. If you guys watch Crypto Archie at all, he talks about this one pretty frequently, especially as of late. So we are finding an area of support here. So, and looking at the prime oscillator, you can see that you did find some divergence. So, I mean, it had a massive run up of about 100% or so, and you can see the big pullback, right? So at some point, we're going to find support, right? It's probably not likely to go all the way down to zero. Just say he's super bullish on this project. So just want to put it on your radar, do some research on it, and maybe it might be an opportunity for you guys to look at it.
Nice. Like, very cool, bro. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Alexander G, gifting a membership. And it went to the perfect person, Brakoshi No Dinero. So he got that membership from him. And then shout out to Alex, though, also dropping a gifting a membership, which went to Anthony Soprano. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Love this community. You guys are what we do. I'm just saying. Let me see if I can get some hearts today, too. Can I get some? There we, oh, I got it. OC? You got anything? No. OC does not have that. OC, you got to become a Mac guy, man. Guys, we appreciate you all joining us here today. We today, TA Talk is going to be in like what, 30 minutes, OC?
30 minutes. 30
yeah,
minutes.
So
exactly.
Chart Prime Discord, if you guys are in the Chart Prime Discord, it's free to join. There's a whole free big area there. And we have TA Talk in there, so it's a whole hour long, just like this. OC and I doing some technical analysis. That is going to be in 30 minutes over in the Chart Prime Discord. And then today, again, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing a Q&A right there in our own Discord in the Academy. We're going to be up on stage, and you guys can come and hang out, listen to us talk about TA and answer any questions, show you guys any TA you want to see. That is for members only. Guys, we appreciate you guys all joining us here today. Let's go ahead and get some, we need some jams, man. We need some music in here. Let's go. Let's get that. TradeFly, OC, what you got for the people, man? What you got?
Hey, as always, it's great mixing up with you guys. Really enjoyed it every day. It's a blessing, honestly. Super stoked that we're growing. We're continuing to grow. Thank you for being part of the family. And what time are you guys doing that TA Talk on our Discord?
That AMA, or that is going to be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be at 2:30 your time in California.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah. So if you want to jump in there with us, we'll do that. OC, what you got for the people, man?
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being so active here. I really love you guys. I know I wasn't that active on the Discord, on the side chat. Nonetheless, I am reading you guys and sending you a ton of hearts. I know mine doesn't animate, but it comes from the bottom of my heart. So thank you guys so much. Viper, I want to pick up a couple of points today. And before I do so, I wanted to talk with you guys to see what are your suggestions, what are you guys looking at, and basically just giving the heads up on what I'm looking at. So maybe see you everybody that on TA Talk for that.
We'll do TA Talk. We'll talk about it there, bro. Awesome. Guys, thanks for joining us today on Piper Academy. We appreciate you guys joining us here every Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys the news, the charts, the markets, and everything you need to have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. Remember, nothing that we do on the show is financial advice ever. Do your own research. That's what I can say to that. If you guys got any value out of this content, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit subscribe, hit the like bell, hit the notification bell. Come back and see us again. Share this with a friend, because sharing is caring. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. If not, if you're a member, I'll see you guys in TA Talk. I'll see you guys at the AMA today. You get me 3 times. I'll check you guys then. Trade safe. And as always, guys, for God's sake, use a stop loss.
That was awesome, dude!